Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask the
Welcome back to PantherCast for Week 5. I'm your host, Dr. Erik Okeson with Okeson Chiropractic. We're going to be recapping the Panthers' victory Friday night for their homecoming game against Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. Panthers win 22-7 to move to 4-1 in the season. We're going to be interviewing head coach Mike Zweber. We're going to bring Coach in. Coach, big victory. You guys moved to 4-1 on the season. You guys are doing great right now, starting to build a little momentum. How'd you feel about the victory Friday night?
Well, with any victory, obviously we love the fact that we got the win. It was a hard-fought battle against a much-improved Bloomington Kennedy team. We came out quick right off the bat and got up 22-0, and it kind of looked like we might roll the same way that we did the week before against Bloomington Jefferson. But Kennedy hung in there. Give a lot of credit to their players and their coaching staff for hanging in there, and They got some points on the board before halftime to bring it to 22-7, and we kind of thought that coming out of halftime we might be able to keep the gas pedal going, and they did a nice job slowing us down. Our defense played great throughout the game, and it got the final score, stayed at the halftime score of 22-7. But I'm proud of the guys, and like you said, we're 4-1 right now. That's a great record to be sitting at right now. Right now, I think we're at this point in the season we're still sitting in first place in our section as of right now. Obviously, a lot of football left to go in the last 3 weeks before we start thinking about section playoffs, but we're sitting pretty right now, and I'm happy with our team and where we're at right now.
Good. You guys are really starting to roll offensively. You guys have put up quite a few points on the scoreboard the last couple weeks. What do you attribute that part to? More experience throughout the season? You guys starting to get through with guys that are getting more time on the field? Maybe they didn't start last year. Again, a lot of points. What do you guys attribute that to?
Well, I think that the big thing for our football team on both sides of the ball is that we are getting guys out there that have more reps after playing in games. I mean that's a big part of it. And as we've talked about before, we had a lot of injuries earlier in the season, and now guys that are filling in those spots are getting more experience, so we're better that way. And both sides of the ball are coming together. I think the other key for our football team right now is that we were kind of in a situation where we had to play a lot of guys on both sides of the ball earlier this season, and right now we're settled in with pretty much 11 on each side of the ball, and I think that helps both sides of the ball make adjustments in between series and make sure that we're putting 11 fresh guys out on the football field, and that's been a key for us as well.
That's obviously good to hear. He's in the Lake Conference, one of the tougher conferences in the state of Minnesota. Very uncommon to see guys play both sides of the ball. I know a lot of other conferences have guys playing both sides of the ball, but that's another that just goes to show the toughness of this conference. We're actually going to bring in two guys from last week's game, or two guys from the team. First off, we're going to bring in cornerback Tyler Crowley, who had a great game Friday night and having a really good season. Tyler, talk about the season so far.
Yeah, our season's been going really great. Our offense and defense have been performing pretty good. And on Friday night, our defense stepped up big, and it was pretty fun.
Good. It's awesome to hear. We're also going to bring in Chase Trefelt, senior defensive end. Chase is actually transferred to the school this year from Wisconsin. Chase, talk about the homecoming week so far, or so far, it's already over, but talk about the week, the dance, everything that goes on, and then the big game.
Oh, it was a great time. From the big win on Friday to the dance, it was one of the best experiences of my life. It's been fun being a Panther so far.
Let's take a look at the scoring. Panthers capping off the first drive of the game here. Quarterback Chase Heichel with a nice pass to tight end Cody Schinkelberg.
Yeah, Cody did a nice job getting open on this play. He's very athletic jumping in at tight end, obviously very undersized, but gets open on this, has great hands, and it was good to get on the board 7-0 early.
Later in the first quarter, tailback Dejan Newell pops in a nice run here for the Panthers to go up again.
Dejan Newell once again had an outstanding game. He finished the game with 234 yards rushing and this touchdown. He's just a special player for us.
Second quarter, Panthers in the shotgun formation. Snap bobbled over quarterback Chase Heichel's head. Heichel picks up the ball, runs around the right end, runs over a Kennedy defender all the way into the end zone. Awesome play here, but obviously not what you guys planned.
Yeah, I'd kind of hoped that we'd get the ball back to the line of scrimmage at best, and Chase Heichel just made a great play, and if he can find somebody to run over, he certainly will do that, and it was good to get up by 3 scores at this point in time before halftime.
That's all the scoring the Panthers needed. Panthers finished the game 22-7 with a victory over Kennedy on homecoming, moved to 4-1 in the season. Let's take a look at this week's plays of the game, all 3 from the Panthers special teams. Number 3, another fake punt.
Yeah, I think it's our third fake punt of the year. This time Timmy Kuzner connects with Chase Heichel coming out of the backfield, gives us an important first down on our first series.
Number 2, block punt.
Yeah, Ben Skelly was getting close to their punter all night long. We knew that eventually he'd get there, and here he did on this play to block the punt and get us great field position.
And play number 1, the fake extra point.
Yeah, we've been having fun with these this year, and this time Timmy Kuzner again, after faking to Garrett Grassley, finds Pat Shady in the back of the end zone to give us 2 points on this extra point.
Up next for the Panthers, the Wayzata Trojans, obviously 5-0. Last year, defending state champions in the state of Minnesota. You guys got a big test Friday night, non-conference foe coming to Lakeville. How do you guys feel about the game?
Well, we know that Wayzata is a very powerful, very explosive team, but we'll just see come Friday. We're just going to bring it, and we'll see what happens.
Good. Also, you guys know that Wayzata has 3 Division I recruits on their defense, 2 linebackers, really good defensive end, very strong defensively. How do you guys plan to attack them offensively? I know you guys both play defense, but what do you think about that?
You know, we have 2 great players. We have Chase Heichel and Dejan Newland. You know, offensive line has come together, and you know what? We're gonna have to fight them, but you know what? I think we're gonna be really good against them.
Good. Coach, Wayzata 5-0. Is there anything else we need to say about that?
Well, you know, the statement that I've gone by back from the time that I was playing football through high school and college is that to be the best, you got to beat the best. And you know, right now I'm excited to have a team like Wayzata coming in here to get a non-conference game like this. I think is key for our football team and preparing us and getting us better as we get closer to the playoffs. And I'm excited. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and I think it's Fox Sports Game of the Week, so it'll be broadcast all over the state of Minnesota. And you know, I think like the guys said, we're gonna put up a fight, and after a good week of practice, we should be ready to go.
Good to hear. There you hear it. Nature Boy Ric Flair. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Coach Mike Zweber. Wayzata Trojans, Friday night, Lakeville Stadium, 4-1 versus 5-0. Looking forward to this week's game. Thanks, guys.